Hello and welcome to Generically Speaking, and episode 4 of my Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster walkthrough. Last we had just defeated North Mountain and gotten some ability to fly within mountains. So before we continue on with the story, we're actually going to fly down to Castle Tycoon. So head to the southwest. Unfortunately, you can't fly over mountains, so you got to go around. Nope, not that way. There we go. Coming up, land in this little clearing here, and head on into the castle. Might be asking yourself why. We're going to get some chests, hidden items, and at least a little cutscene for our trouble. We're also going to get a little bit more of Lena's story, and then we'll come back and that guard will move. So head into the main area. Princess Lena!
Forgive me, I didn't mean to worry you.
No need to fret about that now, but please, you must return to the castle for good.
Our guard has been severely weakened by recent monster raids, but there is no way we can recover without our princess. I'm sorry, I cannot stay.
Princess, you have a responsibility to this kingdom.
Yes, but I also have a responsibility to the world. Right now, we are all in danger. What's more, Father is still alive, and I
understand, Princess Lena. We will protect the kingdom in your stead. I swear it.
And I swear to return and bring Father back. Until that time, please hold things together here.
For now, will you at least stay the night?
Certainly. Paris? Lena. It's late. You should be in bed. So should you, my sister. I'm right, aren't I? You're my older sister.
What are you going on about? Me? Don't be daft.
But besides, a buccaneer like me, really a princess? Sounds a bit far-fetched. But your pendant...
Arts! What in tarnation are you doing, kid?
I think he's a few men short of a full crew.
So now that we're fully rested, you can head out. We've got 5 chests, 9 hidden items. Come down the stairs, and our first will be blocked by this old man. So once he moves, you can get this pot for a high potion. And then you can get some good backstory from some of the people here, and you can get blocked inside rooms. So we're done with that wing. Come up to the throne room, and we're gonna head to the right up here, and then up the stairs, and then continue following the path till we get to this great treasure room. We've got an ether, an elixir, Phoenix down, and then Maiden's Kiss. You can continue upward, but there's no more items in this wing. It'll just end up taking you to the balcony where the beginnings of the game were, when Lena's father flew off. King's Chamber's blocked off right now. There's Lena's chamber. So from here, you come over and up the stairs on the right side. You can explore this wing for more treasures. A little bit more backstory too. Then you can get a cottage, ether, Phoenix down, and elixir. And now we should just have 5 chests left. Perfect. So for the chests, we've got 2 in kind of a slightly hidden storehouse to the east, and then 3 chests in the western storehouse. So come out, head over behind this tree, and then upstairs. And we've got 2 chests here. So we've got a cottage and another cottage. And then come back out, and where that guard was blocking the first time, you're gonna come downstairs, follow the path up through the door, and then press this button. Not so secret. Follow a hidden path, get this Ashura and a shuriken, then talk to him.
Princess, this staff has been in your family for generations. Take it. I'm sure you can find it of use. Thank you.
And then he goes away, and then you can get the diamond bell inside this last chest. And that healing staff he gave you would have been in that 4th chest that's open. So now we've got all the treasures in Castle Tycoon. So at this point, we are free to leave and head back to Walse. So leave the castle, hop back on our Hear You. And then back around the mountains. So you can actually come to Tycoon Castle later, but it will eventually disappear. So there is a limited time that you can actually go to it. I choose to just get it out of the way quickly. That way I don't forget about it. So let's start off in the town first. Head on in. We've got, let's see, one hidden item, no chests, and some shopping to do. So first thing, head to this house all the way to the left. And in this pot in the far corner, get silver specks. And then let's do some shopping. So first, weapon shop. I tend to try and buy at least one of everything. If you're using knights or other sword using classes, I would not necessarily get a whole bunch of long swords. You can actually end up in the next area, well, depending on how you do it, the next storyline area, you can actually get mithril swords and long swords as steals and drops respectively. So, but I would get the iron armor. That's going to make your knight a little bit hardier if you have one. come over, rest up, or not. You can find out about Garulas. So here she actually tells you that they can be found to the west. And mostly they're docile. Come over here for the magic. I'd always recommend buying all the spells you can, even though you can't use them right now. That's for a Time Mage and a Summoner, which will be some of the next classes that we get. But at least this way, you'll have magic that you can cast. And that should be everything here. So now we can leave and head over to Castle Walse. So Castle Walse, there's a good bit of treasures. Also, there's an area where you can fight things, and an area where you can fight another boss. So coming through here, you can hang out in the water if you want to. There's no like hidden items or anything in the water. Nothing secretive under this bridge. And sadly, these waterfalls don't have anything. However, every game that has waterfalls has to at least have one cave hidden behind a waterfall, and that is in Walse. Alright, so that character right there, Lone Wolf, do not talk to him. You can free him. If you do, he will get treasure chests, and which means that you will not be able to. So do not talk to him. Just leave him alone. Come through here, make sure encounters are off at this point in the game. There is an enemy in here that is pretty rough. So speed is a time magic spell also that will set the ATB to a speed of 5. And then we've got Elven Mantle, which is a fantastic dodging equipment or accessory. I very much like it. And then there is the Jackanapes in here, which I will show it to you real quick, but I may die. Oh, back attack. Perfect. So that's half damage right there. And I don't do hardly any damage. So at this point, I think it's time to run. Oh! Come on. Run, run, run! Oh! I'm sorry, Bartz. So yeah, later on, you can come back when you're a little bit stronger, but right now you are, unless you've been grinding a lot, you are not up for the challenge. He is quite strong, 50 in all his stats, 666 hit points, and just all around not a cool guy. If you come out here, hop into the water, and there we go. This water tower is where you can find Shiva. There's also 2 new enemies in here, one of which will learn the Pawn's Chorus, a blue magic spell, which actually, having done the Jackanapes thing, I think it'd probably be better not to come in here yet. It would probably be better to heal up first. So I'm gonna head back. After I grab some more treasures. Tent. 490 gil. And Phoenix down. You can head up those stairs. There's no items or anything up there. But head up to the throne room to continue on with the story.
Princess Lena, this is certainly a pleasant surprise.
King Walse, you look well. I come with a request. Please stop amplifying the power of the water crystal.
Ho ho ho, you must be joking. I could never do that. The crystal's power allows my people to live in comfort.
King Walse, if left as is, the crystal will shatter.
I've heard about the incident with the wind crystal. However, there's no evidence to suggest the same thing will happen to the water crystal. Furthermore, I'm certain that the people would be opposed to ceasing the crystal's amplification.
Look, we don't have time to be arguing over this. What could it be? Holy moly, what's going on?
It's an emergency! A meteorite fell near the Tower of Walse! What? There's no time to lose. Assemble the guard. To the tower at once.
Yes, sire.
Pardon this interruption. I believe you understand the severity of the situation. We'll continue this later. Move out.
So at this point, we could continue on with the story, but first, we should, of course, go rest. Figures I can't rest in the king's bed. You may still be full from Cast Tycoon, but you know, my stupid moment just trying to show you the Jackanapes. I still need to rest. So sleep real quick, and then we're gonna head up to the north. And when we get there... Okay. Get to an even 10 there. Alright, leave town. At this point, you can just head up to the Tower of Walse.
I just healed. Curse you, Bandersnatch.
Anyway, you can either head up to the Tower of Walse, or it's probably a little bit of a somewhat difficult fight. You can go up and take on Shiva, which that's what we're gonna do. So head on up, down the stairs. Yeah, not that way. Down the stairs, out the door, into the water, and through the hidden cave. Secret tunnel. Alright, so here we've got two enemies. If you do have a thief, you can actually steal Mithril Sword from the Ice Soldier. And if you encounter the Elf Toad, if there's only one of them, and it's the last enemy, it will start using Pon's Chorus on you. So let's... I don't have a thief, but it's okay. I may come back at some point. Right now I'm more interested in Pon's Chorus. Perfect. Once again, monks are not the best of the farming classes just because their counterattack ability. But it's okay. Or it's not okay. Thanks, game. Thank you so much. Alright. Do want to make sure I've got at least someone with learn, but I'll give 2. Just because Pon's Chorus only works on one person at a time. So at least give myself a 50% chance that I will actually learn the spell. Okay, so we need to get it down to 1 elf toad. Yeah, look at that elf cloak go. She's super evasive now. Great. Ferris does not have learn. Oh man, stop attacking him. Oh, perfect. The 2 people that don't have Pon's Chorus. Yeah, there we go. Alright. So now we've learned it. Gallif, you can go destroy that toad. Excellent. And now let's untoad ourselves. Otherwise, that would make taking on Shiva quite difficult. Though it looks like my monks are pretty close to getting their next ability, so I think I'll get in at least one more fight, just so I can learn that. I think this is the first of the HP bonuses. Alright. Healed up and ready to go. Save and hit the road. Also, if you do choose to go to the Tower of Walse, you can encounter both the Elf Toad and the Ice Soldier there as well. But for me, I think it's better just to come in here, get Shiva. You can't use it yet, just because you don't have a summoner, but it is a lot better than any of the spells that you just bought at the Town of Walse. So, alright. HP plus 10%. Fantastic. Also, Pon's Chorus can be used to take on the boss in the Tower of Walse as well, so it actually is quite useful. Still don't have a whole ton of hit points, but I guess 10% is better than nothing. So, someone with blue magic is quite handy in this, or can be at least, when you take on Shiva, because you're going to face Shiva and 3 ice commanders, of which Flash can be useful for those 3.
I am Shiva, the ice goddess. If you would command me, first you must prove your worth.
Alright, first things first, we want to take out the ice commanders. Have your blue mage use Flash. Hopefully you can get all 3 of them, but any of them, I guess only 1. That's a shame, but if they miss you, it makes the fight way easier. Otherwise, they just, because of the number of them, and she's casting Blizzara, it makes keeping up with your health a little bit more challenging. All of them are weak against fire. All of them absorb ice, so do not use ice. Just stick with fire. Yeah. I'll just stick with attacking. Probably should have flashed one more time, see if I could have gotten more of the ice commanders, but it's alright. They don't have that many hit points. What is it, like 600? So they will die fairly quickly, especially with 2 monks. No, Bart. Also, if you're having a lot of problems, if you have 2 people with white magic, that will definitely outpace Shiva's damage. Like right now, 1 isn't quite enough, at least not when she's a monk. But 2 will outpace her. She does have a lot of hit points, 1,500 at this point. Pretty much resists just about everything. Big thing that she drops, the Frost Rod. Rods in this game are remarkably strong. They are one-use items, or you can equip them, but if you use them as an item, they will break. And when you use them like that, they will cast the tier 3 spell of the appropriate type, so like Frost Rod will cast Blizzaga. They do tremendous damage well before you would normally get that spell, so they are a great way, especially early game, but even into like mid game, to really kind of cheese some of the bosses. But just as an equipped item, they will increase your damage from that element that you deal. So equipping the Frost Rod onto a black mage, they will do more cold damage than any other. So they're useful in combat just as an equipped item, but also as a usable item in combat. And they're not very expensive to buy. We should be, I think after Walse, sometime in the near future, you will actually be able to buy them. So you can load up. They're 800 gil. I'll have to look. But I think they're like 800 gil. But you do get your first one from the Shiva fight. And then you do receive Summoned Monster Shiva. Which, as I said, because we did this before we actually went to the Tower of Walse, we can't use it right now. But it's good to have. So let's turn the counters off, head back out. There's a shortcut. And then head back, rest up, and our next destination will be Tower of Walse. Tower of Walse is a very straightforward area. It is a 10-floor tower. It is a one-time area, so you have to make sure that you get all the enemies and all the items if you're going for those achievements or trophies or whatever, or just want the completionist. And then the boss, he's not too terribly difficult. He can be. He can, if you're not prepared for him, he can dish out a lot of damage. Pretty sure he's got a counter ability to physical attacks, which makes him, I don't know, he does somewhere between like 1 to 4 extra hits from what I gathered as counterattacks, so he can kind of wail on your party pretty significantly. So this is the Meteor that just dropped. If you head up there, there's nothing you can do right now. But then we just want to head to the tower. So strengthens ice magic, can cast Blizzaga, but then it breaks. Oh, we actually have 2 of them. Well, that wouldn't have been a good thing to use on Shiva anyway, so. I'd forgotten we had a previous one. Alright, so Galuf is ready to go, so let's save it and head on in. Alright, so all the soldiers have fallen. Garula went berserk. So just head on down to the south and up. We've got 3 new enemies. So we've got the Ricard Mage, the Wyvern, and the Pot of Searle. Which apparently, I had to look that up, just how to pronounce that. Ricard Mages are handy in the fact that you can get flame rods from them. Wyverns have a pretty strong area of attack spell or ability. Oh, perfect. Flame rod. And the Pot of Searle, I don't know, not too crazy. I think that's the rare one. So the first few floors of Tower of Walse are very, very straightforward. Just follow the path. Heal up real quick. Was not expecting Drain to do so much damage. See if I can't get another rod real quick. Womp womp. Nope. Only lucky that first time. At least they're showing up a lot. And also remember, Elf Toads and the Ice Soldiers can also be found here. Wyverns, if you kill them fast, they're pretty straightforward. Just watch out for back attacks, because they'll go first and typically hit all your party members. Alright, the king.
Rule is upstairs. Please save the crystal.
So if you come up here, you can actually climb up any of the columns or walls that have the vines. Pot of Searle. Maybe another flame rod? Nope. Oh well. So get this silk robe. I don't think anybody can use it because everyone is monks. Just drop down Bart's Falls somewhat hilariously, and then head up the stairs. This gives you access to the save point, and also that other chest. Should probably swap one of the monks to a thief to try and steal mithril swords, but I'm going to keep them all as monks. Alright, so get a Maiden's Kiss. Use the save point when you're ready. Only 8 more ability points. Keep getting less and less enemies. Let me guess. Next, 1 monster. Okay, well that's good at least. Equip armor has been learned. Excellent. I'm actually more aiming for wyverns, just because I do want to get low on health. My plan is, when we take on the Garula, I'm going to show you at least 2 ways that you can take care of him. One, using a knight with the guard ability, and the other using a blue mage or someone with blue magic to turn him into a toad. Either one of those will actually turn the fight very, very easy. But I do not seem to be finding any. Gonna try going down. That's not it either. Try another floor. Or miss the stairs entirely. Yeah, there we go. Back attack wyvern. Breathwing. Perfect. So like I said, watch out for the wyverns in a back attack. They'll go first and use Breathwing. Luckily we can save it. Wow, another wyvern back attack. Luckily we can quick save it, so even if we do die, I feel like Galoo should probably get healed by maybe I'll use that potion. Since it just gave it to me, I think if I get one more Breathwing, that should do about 90 points damage to everybody. And then... oh. Way to go, Ferris. Seem to have a lot better luck on the 3rd floor there, meeting wyverns. I'd say this floor is good for Ricard mages. And ice soldiers. I wouldn't mind getting a few more flame rods, but with the 4x gil multiplier especially, you can buy them without any problems, so don't feel like you have to stay here and farm. If you're playing other versions of the game, like the original, at that point, there you probably do have to farm either gil or 4 flame rods. You are gonna want, I think, at least 2 flame rods when you fight. Let's see, a panda. And I don't know, it's still a little ways away, but there's a boss, a panda, that he is very weak to fire, so 1 or 2 flame rods will take him out immediately before he has a chance to do anything to you. Quick save real quick. Good. This should good Gallif his ability. Fantastic. So I'm pretty, let's see, yep. So monks will master at level 7. So that'll be their HP plus 30%. Oh, sweet. This is definitely the floor for the Wyvern. I so declare it. Alright, you do not want your knight to be low. It doesn't really matter as long as you get him on guard fast enough, like he won't really die at all, but you do kind of, I think, just in case, keeping him a little bit higher than red is better than nothing. I do want to make sure that he's got, okay. So the guard ability completely absorbs the attack, so that with the innate cover that the knight offers will ensure that none of your people die, as long as you at least once you get the guard off. It is possible if before the guard goes off your knight goes to block someone that maybe Garula kills you. Alright, for this you don't want to go up the center one actually, but it's dead end. You want to go up the left one and then go up the right one. The vines on the wall. No big deal. I just like watching Bart's fall. So there's a silver armlet, which we can use. Give us a little bit more defense, a little more magic defense, and more weight, unfortunately. Alright, then hop on down and go up to the right side of the wall. And then we're heading up to the crystal room. Make sure you save it before this. If you're not prepared, Garula can, as I said, do a lot of damage to you.
They're controlling you, aren't they? Well, I won't let you destroy the crystal.
Sadly. Uh-oh, here it comes. You didn't have much of a say. Alright, so method 1, the low life guard. So you can just have everyone attack. Bart's is guarding, and you notice that, so Garula is counterattacking, and Bart's just jumps in front of everyone. Takes 0 damage because of guard. Because Garula has no other attacks other than a physical attack, this method, you can completely just throw it on auto battle and not worry about it. Garula doesn't drop anything great. No weaknesses, no absorbs. But, yeah, very straightforward. If you don't want to do that, then load it up. So in this case, we're going to actually give ourselves more hit points, because I'm not going to have parts just guard everybody. Alright. So you're going to want a blue mage, and you do want to make sure that you've already learned Pon's Chorus. Hop on in here again. I did reset the game, that's why we're doing this again. In case that wasn't obvious, I just cut out all the loading. Uh-oh, here it comes. Again. Alright, so method 2. Toad, toad, toad. Oops, didn't mean auto battle there. That was poor timing, because now Ferris is not using Toad. That's my mistake. Alright, let's heal up a little bit. Alright, blue magic. Come on down to Pon's Chorus. Oh no, Galuf. So he turns into a toad. Now he will cast Toad on himself when he is a toad. If he does that and comes back, all you have to do is just use Pon's Chorus again. But this way, like, that will be all he does. Oh, I missed. It's alright. Yeah, so really if you gave multiple people blue magic, then you can make sure that you can always keep him as a toad if necessary.
The crystal. We were too late.
Lord Galuf. Me? You know who I am? Lord Galuf, I couldn't protect it. Forgive me. Hey, stay with me, man. Please, tell me who I am. Protect Fire Crystal. Ugh.
The crystal fragments are glowing. Are they going to give us their power too? Yes, they are. Resting within the shard, a warrior spirit, time mage. Resting within the shard, a warrior spirit, mystic knight. Berserker. Red Mage.
Now you can only get the one off the dais there, that one up top. You cannot get. You'll have to come back much later in the game.
Summoner.
But you will eventually get that shard. So once you pick up this last one, what's going on?
The tower, it's sinking.
Ah!
Sildra. Sildra, you're live.
And Sildra eats all of us. I'm just kidding.
Sildra. Sildra, you used the last of your strength to save us. What are you saying? Sildra, you can't die. I won't let you. Sildra, thank you. Sildra.
So we're going to stop the episode here. Also, for those of you that were punched in the gut by Sildra dying, then coming back, then dying again, Sildra does actually make kind of a return later on. Once more. The roller coaster that is Sildra. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed and got something out of the episode. We're making our way pretty well through it. It's definitely not a speed run or anything, but most of my games are not. Anyway, thanks. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Bye.